Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today, I am here to bring you an anime review on Log Horizon Season 2. Now, this episode comes at a very odd time. Let me explain why. This was a Valentine's Day episode, and literally just 2 days ago, Christmas ended. And so, having Valentine's Day pop up like in this episode just felt very out of place compared to, you know, what time of season it is. So I was like, dude, this is just like, it's nothing bad, it's really weird. I mean, when you go from Christmas to something so fast to like freaking Valentine's Day special episode, so I was like, damn. Okay, so besides that, this episode of Log Horizon, for the most part, there is just a lot of romance and comedy going on for the majority of this episode, and there's really only a couple points that are really important when it comes to this episode. The main points are definitely the ending, and definitely in the middle of the episode when we get to find out exactly about Krusty. Those are the two main points when it comes to this episode that was really important, and the other stuff of this episode was pretty much just slice of life inside of the game with, you know, just dealing with a Valentine's Day of everybody trying to figure out who Shirley actually likes. That's pretty much what majority of this episode was. It was a fun episode, and it wasn't the standard cliche type of Valentine's Day episodes we usually see. And so, for the most part, the episode was really nice, even though it was just focused on Valentine's Day, and at the end of the day, none of the real romance or anything got progression. It was still a lot more enjoyable than the standard Valentine's Day type episodes that we normally see, because it had that twist with, you know, MMO elements on top of it. So it was really interesting getting to see this episode display like a different type of Valentine's Day episode. Now, besides that, the other 2 points of this episode that I really want to dive into is definitely the Krusty ordeal. Okay, so as we know, Krusty was sucked into the weapon, and remember I talked about how it kind of reminded me of Frostborn and stuff like that, or there might be weapons that are kind of like Frostborn. Well, with this, Krusty is still gone. He's not respawned, he's still locked up somewhere, God knows where he's technically at, but he's definitely in the weapon, but, you know, we don't know exactly if he's in the weapon, is he in another dimension, I mean, we have no idea where he is. So, it comes to terms that all we know is he can be going insane stuck inside like a little tube or something. I don't fucking know, okay? So, Krusty is just MIA right now. Like, nobody knows where he's at. Like, they know, but they can't get him out. So, Krusty might be sitting out majority of Log Horizon Season 2, which has me upset, because I love Krusty. He is one of my favorite characters from Season 1, and to see how he's going to be kind of out of the series for a while, it's kind of depressing, because, I mean, there's no way Krusty's gonna get out in, like, an episode or two, because, I mean, this is Log Horizon. Log Horizon usually has the slow progression and build-up. I mean, look at this, okay? The Fox Girl at the end of this episode was built up from the last episode of Log Horizon Season 1. Remember on the last episode of Log Horizon Season 1, that Fox Girl popped up, and Shirley had a big conversation with her and stuff, in the chapel and all that? Well, with this episode, she appears once again, and she's trying to make Shirley her foe for some specific reason. And so that is pretty much what is being set up at the end of the episode. So it's a really good episode. No complaints from me on my end. Even though it was a very slow episode, I'd rather have slow episodes than, you know, fast-paced episodes that rush over content. It was an enjoyable episode. I mean, he had these little plot points scattered all over the episode, which was really nice if you're looking for those. And at the exact same time, if you like the comedy of Log Horizon with, you know, some romance progression, and you love your Akatsuki greatness, you'll definitely love this episode. So, yeah, that's pretty much this week's episode of Log Horizon. I mean, it was funny, it was great, and apparently Naotsugu still does not realize that Tetra is a trap, and I found it really funny how Tetra, you know, since she's a trap, how this actual episode title was called A Sweet Trap. Oh god, it's just like, holy fuck. So, yeah, that was this episode. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.